Hello all. Now, this isn't so much a fic review as it is an update video about what's going on, the status of the next video, and my channel going forward. Why is the next video taking so long? Am I being too harsh? And what about Ben 10X Ruby, my nuclear bomber review that I put up not too long ago? Alright, now first off, yes, my next fanfiction review is on the way. It's going to be covering Arc 2 of The Owl and the Frog, created by Champion El Cid, which covers chapters 11 through 20, and so far, I'm at the 16th chapter. Taking a look at my previous video covering The Owl and the Frog, it'll roughly be the same length. However, as you all know, my video cadence, especially as of recent, is, not that great. Had there been not bullshit called real life and college and mental health, then my video cadence would be so much higher. Speaking of videos, as you all know, my reviews follow a structured format. First, I introduce the fanfiction, explain how the review will be, plus disclaimers, go through the fic chapter by chapter, summarising it, giving my thoughts and critiques on the season/arc of a fic I'm covering, or at the very least the first 10 chapters, before a conclusion where I give my thoughts on the 10 chapters/arc/season whatever, in terms of characters, writing, pacing, etc, and give a final score. More often than not, these videos end up being 40 minutes to over an hour long. Now these long form videos, as proud as I am of them being the only things on my channel, are not all that great as they take a lot of time to produce, and given I have to summarise what amounts to a book, I get burned out very easily. Sure, my videos on The Seventh Son didn't take as long as say The Owl and the Frog or Ben 10X Ruby. That was only really because The Seventh Son was so heavily derivative of the source material that writing summaries became easier as most people already know more or less what happens. But when it comes to writing scripts for original fics, I get incredibly burned out because there is just so much to cover. And so, after some thinking, I've decided that, for the time being, long form fanfiction reviews aren't the way to go. Will they be gone forever? Of course not! I'll still be doing long form reviews where I go by the fic chapter by chapter from time to time. But now, I'll be doing more broader reviews where I condense the story/first season/10 chapters into one big block, and thus making it easier to get videos out as opposed to spending the better part of a century summarising 10 chapters and running into burnout. The long form reviews would really only be reserved for controversial fics, to say the least, or fics that really pique my interest, or alright, you know, the criteria is way too arbitrary. I should just put it to whenever I feel like it. Since starting this channel, people began to point out that I was, well, being quite critical to say the least, especially after my last video of Ben 10X Ruby, and yeah, I do admit my criticisms were quite harsh. And so, whilst I will keep the snarkiness, I will tone down the harshness of my critiques, as, at the end of the day, these fanfictions were made out of love for their respective media, and thus shouldn't be held to the same standard as, say, books made by seasoned writers, or shows and movies with millions of dollars of budget and multi-billion-dollar companies behind them. Though yes, at times brutal honesty is needed. I think I can do that though without dropping a nuclear bomb from this point onward, unlike what I did before. Anyway, oh yeah, that Ben 10X Ruby fic. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, as the name card suggests, I am not covering Ben 10X Ruby by the Omni Remnant, and the reason being is just, yeah, the fic has way too many flaws, and not even in a funny way like Loyalty Among Worlds, it's just not good in my opinion. Too many crossovers, Saturday morning format, and overall just way too safe among other things for my liking, so I won't be covering it any further. But yeah, that's just my update. You know, hopefully after the next video, fics won't take until the heat death of the universe to come out. Anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, donate to my Ko-Fi, Patreon, blah blah blah. Okay, see you later, bye.